Hello everyone, it's Brian Sowers again. I'm doing another Let's Play, this time for a game called All Aboard the Skyship, which is another student game by Terra. It's available on GameJolt. I will include a link below the video. Terra is a colleague of Colleen, who I made my last video for the game Lovelight, and Lovelight actually references this game if you're paying close attention. So I'm going to jump right in. I haven't played this game for more than maybe 10 seconds, so I don't really know what's going on. I know there's a skyship, which, for those not accustomed to the English language, is a ship that is flying in the sky. So let's just hit start game and see where this goes. It looks like it's a multiplayer game. I've only got my lonesome here, so I will click on one player. There are 1 players. What is player 1's name? Alphonse von Brutenheim. That Alphonse is my dapper gentleman name. Alphonse is a sir. He's looking pretty fancy. Let's create a backstory for him. Alphonse is a local haberdasher, but is a cover for his opium smuggling business. He's got a dark past. Deal with it. I'm about to take to the skies. And maybe I'll make some friends or enemies. In 10 days from now, something's going to happen. I have no idea what's going to happen. But Alphonse von Brutenheim has 3 athletics, 3 intelligence, 3 mechanics, 3 reputation, and 3 faith. I assume those numbers are average. I have no idea. But I've got my ship here. It's got an engine, a war room, a library, an exercise deck, a meditation deck, a chapel, a bridge, an armory, an infirmary, and a main dining room. Let's go to the dining room first, because I'm really a food-driven person. I love snacks, and hopefully somebody will make me a sandwich. I'm going to spend all day eating and socializing in the dining room. I gain +2 reputation. That's right, my haberdashery is going to go off the hook. They're serving a choice of chicken or fish. I'm gonna go with chicken. The chicken was a little overdone. Wow, these guys have one job. They cook. And they messed up my chicken. Chicken's not very hard to make, so that's pretty absurd. But I gained +1 to athletics. So it looks like another day has passed by. So now I've got 4 athletics, 3 intelligence, 3 mechanics, 5 reputation, and 3 faith. So I'm getting pretty buff and pretty classy, but I'm still kind of dumb. So let's try to fix that at the library. Spending the day at the library, reading books, and I gain +2 intelligence. And I find a very old book with a watchwork golem drawing on the front. I really hope I can build a golem and go nuts. And I gain +1 to mechanics. So it looks like I'm trying to bump up my stats, and then in 10 days something is going to happen. I don't know what that thing is or what I'm really preparing for. I'm going to go to the war room in case it's nasty. Got a nice little map, a globe that is clearly not Earth. We're going to call that planet Spring. It's French. They speak all French on that planet. I am preparing to go to war with a planet that speaks nothing but French. I gain +1 to athletics, so my guy getting some muscles, and +1 to intelligence. Got some guys debating some combat. They're about to fight, so I can decide to break it up or let it go. This is tough. I'm just gonna let them go nuts. I don't want to get in the middle of this. I don't want to get my hat lost or stolen. I didn't get anything for breaking that fight up. That's unfortunate. But my stats are bumping up. I'm still not very faithful. I wonder, let's go to the chapel and work on my religion. No, obviously religious symbols here. I'm assuming that we are just worshiping, I don't know, but our faith increased. I'm praying among pews, so that sounds like one of the Christian religions, I guess. And there's a lot of yelling in this church. And a priest, yeah, okay. Nuffles and Vol don't get enough representation in the chapel. Okay, so Nuffles and Vol are some kind of gods, it looks like, so I take back that Christian comment. I can either confront the man who almost appears to be a cultist, or just slip quietly out the back. Well, the last time I was quiet, I got nothing, so I'm going to confront this dude. Okay, he doesn't like me. I have clearly made an enemy. Oh, and I lost reputation and faith. Well, that's sad. I thought my guy was getting pretty chummy with everyone. Okay, so I've got 5 athletics, 6 intelligence, 4 mechanics, 4 reputation, and 4 faith. And I'm on day 5? I guess we're using Roman numerals here. So 5 more days until whatever is supposed to happen happens. Let's go to the engine room. I don't think I've been there. Alright, this is looking pretty complicated. I assume that an airship would be complicated to run. I am just learning mechanics, learning how an airship works. And there's a small mechanical toy. I can either crush it or leave it be. Well, I'm not going to crush it because I don't want to do that. That seems like a jerky thing to do. And I didn't ruin some poor kid's day, so I gained +1 reputation. So I wonder what happens if I just go back into the engine room. Am I going to see the same toy? Am I going to learn some more mechanics? Alright, I got +2 to mechanics again. And there's a part that I'm dislodging, so it looks like if I come back, things are different. So now I'm getting pretty ripped mechanically. That's not an expression. I immediately apologize for that. Let's go to the armory. See if we can pick up a sword. So we've got this giant Skyship, which is loaded with got a bunch of swords, a bunch of pistols, some armor. I hope that armor can stop bullets. Maybe some laser rifles. I'm not entirely certain. I don't know what these things on the ceiling are. They're either lights or giant hammers. A powerful gauntlet. Maybe some bows, some kind of... Yeah, those are definitely bows. This is a fancy-looking armory. We are ready to go to war. I'm spending all day here. I gain +1 to mechanics and +1 to athletics. A recruit accidentally fired into my shoulder. That jerk. I do not like him. Ow, okay. -1 to athletics because it was just a flesh wound. And I'm going to recover pretty soundly. We're on day 8, so whatever is going to happen is coming up. Let's go to the meditation deck. Let's just relax, and there's a little... I'm going to call it a hot spring. I don't know if it's hot or cold. I can't feel it. But I'm working on my spirituality, so I gain some faith and some intelligence. Oh, okay. There are some black hooded figures with red symbols on their backs sneaking in here. And they are worshipping Vol. Do I want to fight them or forget you saw anything? Well, I got some pretty good athletics. I think I could take them. I'm going to take them. Why not? You bring your micro steam gun from its hidden holster. I didn't know I had that, but I'm feeling pretty awesome right now. And they run away. So, Vol has no business up in this meditation center. I get some mechanics and some reputation, and another day passes. So this is day 9. And what do I want to do? We're super close to things going wrong. I haven't tried the exercise deck yet. We've got some very nice bike machines and some strong men. Ah, he's super buff. I don't want to fight him. My exercise bike broke, and I fixed it, because I'm awesome at mechanics. And I go an extra 30 minutes and bump up my athletics. So I'm amazing mechanically, and I've got pretty good stats. I don't know what the stats range from, or what I'm going to need, so I'm just going to assume that I've got some pretty good stats. And have I been everywhere? I've been to the engine, war room, library, exercise deck, meditation deck, chapel. I don't think I've been to the bridge, actually, so that seems like a good place to go before conflict happens. And I've got a bunch of recruits hanging out. I'm going to talk. Her name is Sally. His name's Sam, Joseph, Roger, and Abel. A lot of dudes up here. And I'm learning how things work, getting some mechanics and reputation, ingratiating myself with the crew. I'm going to take them all out for brunch later. We're going to have eggs Florentine. It's going to be great. Oh, and I got +1 to all stats because I was able to solve some mechanical problem because my dude's a mechanical genius. You are near the end, your destination is in sight. However, something is going wrong. The ship is losing altitude quickly. You look back and see smoke pouring from the engines as the clouds are lit up with a brilliant red from the blaze. Somebody's got to do something, otherwise the ship will crash with everyone aboard. I think that's... Oh, man, okay. What role will you take on to help? Well, it seems like mechanic, since my mechanical skills are amazing. Alright, my effort helps to save the ship. I did everything could, yet the ship still went down all the same. Oh no! I died. The ship crashed. There was nothing I could do. The end. Well, that... Alphonse. What about his opium trade? What about his haberdashery? Where are people going to get their hats now? Okay. Well, that ended poorly. I'm going to try it again. We're just going to see if there is any way that I can save this ship that's going down in flames. I'm assuming that that was all randomly assigned. But I'm just wildly guessing here. What is player one's name? Let's go with Victoria Winslet the Fourth. She is no relation to Kate Winslet, which is good since we're on a boat. I don't really want to be... I'm making a Titanic joke there. It was poorly formed, but if you think about it, you'll get there. Victoria is a madam in a fancy dress there. Alright, so what's Victoria's backstory? She is a lady assassin who is on the run from the Germans. So I'm back on the Skyship, and I'm getting prepared for things to go horribly wrong. I'm gonna focus on faith. I'm gonna see if maybe I can pray my ship to safety. So let's meditate. So I got +1 faith and +1 intelligence now that I've got insight into the universe. And I begin dreaming and receive a vision. All my friends and loved ones have an amazing time. We all go out for samosas. It's gonna be great. And I gained +1 reputation because I was so happy by my dream of samosas. Although I always get samosas and mimosas mixed up, which is usually sad. I think I prefer mimosas. So let's go to the chapel. Like I said, we're going to focus on faith here. I gain +2 faith, and the priest approaches me. He wants to train me in the ways of religion. Let's do it. More faith. Whoop whoop. Alright, we're on day 3. I've got 7 faith. I'm going back to that meditation deck. Get a little bit more faith and a little bit more intelligence, so I'm pretty smart and faithful. I'm a religious scientist over here. And I hear that chanting again, so it looks like we've got the hooded figures. Victoria is not very strong, so I'm just gonna back slowly away from them. And another day has passed. I'm gonna go to the chapel one more time, and then we're gonna mix it up a little bit. Spend all day praying. I gain some more faith. And there is a demonic roar from a man nearby. I must act quickly. Well, I can't wrestle him to the ground, but maybe I can use some nice prayer to get rid of this demon. Okay, I'm performing an exorcism. And I succeed in an exorcism, gaining +1 to all attributes. Alright, so I've got 11 faith, and I'm doing okay in the other stats. Let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go to the dining room. Let's bring some of this religion to the happy lunch that's going on. Gain some reputation. And chicken or fish again. I'm a little worried about that chicken, so let's go with the fish. My better judgment tells me I should pass on this meal. Apparently these chefs are just the worst. You should never eat in a Skyship, kids, because all of the food has to be imported from the ground and the travel does not go well. Alright, so another day passes. I've got a good bit of reputation, and not so great with the English language right now. Let's go to the infirmary. I didn't go to the infirmary last time. I completely skipped that. Let's see if we can bring some hope and prosperity to all of these ailing people. I spend my day praying for the sick. Well, I'm good at that, so I get some faith and some reputation. And I've got a very sick patient who is horribly sick. Oh no, not horribly sick, but she's got a cold, preventing her from going to her friend's birthday party. There will be 2 clowns at this birthday party, so that's super sad that she can't go. I could tell her a joke, or I could try praying for her. Well, I'm good at reputation and praying. I'm gonna pray. That seems like what my character is best at. She got better from my prayers, so I am super effective at my faith. Alright, so I've got 13 faith, 9 reputation, 4 mechanics, 7 intelligence, and 4 athletics. So I'm not very technically minded or strong, but I'm friendly and spiritual. I'm like one of those nice guys that shows up at your door and convinces you that everything's going to be okay. Because that's a thing that happens. All the time. I'm going to go back to the infirmary, actually. I'm going to bring some more hope to the downtrodden. I get more faith, and I get more reputation. A nurse barrels out of the room and directly into you. What a jerk. And she's covered in blood. That's not a good sign. Okay, I'm helping out a person who looks a little erratic. It seems that it was a doctor trying to save a patient, and that patient died. I'm giving them an uplifting speech. +1 to all stats. My character is really nice to everyone. I'm liking Victoria. She's a classy lady. If I could, I'd go on a date with Victoria. I'd take her out. Maybe go get some samosas. I really want a samosa now. Let's go to the bridge. Yeah, bridge seems right. I can help all these people with their troubles. I don't remember. I remember this guy's name was Abel. Did I name her Sally? That seems right. I don't remember these guys' names. Sorry. Alright, reputation's up. Mechanics are up. A flock of birds is headed right for the Skyship's air intake. Evasive action. Oh, and I got hurt because I was not quick enough. -1 reputation. Alright, it is day 9, so things are about to go poorly for me if I don't do better this time. I'm gonna go back to Prague. Let's just do it. I get some more faith. And the priest wants to teach me again, so I'm gonna let the priest teach me. There's nothing more you can teach me, you reply. I am the most faithful person on this ship. I am basically, Victoria's basically the Pope of the Skyship. Alright, last day, got a ton of faith, ton of reputation, some intelligence. I'm gonna bump up my intelligence a little bit. Uh-oh. I accidentally cast a spell that set this whole library on fire. That's a lot of books, so this could go... Wow, okay. I gained +3 intelligence because I lit the library on fire. And -2 reputation because I lit the library on fire. This is clearly not an episode of Parks and Rec where everybody hates libraries. Another day has passed, you are near the end, your destination is in sight. However, something is going wrong. Again. Alright, we got some... You look back and see smoke pouring from the engines as the clouds are lit up. Once again, somebody's got to do something, otherwise the ship will crash. So I could either be the saboteur, the battle priest, the mechanic, general, cannoneer, archmage, medic, soldier, or craven. Well, this is tough. The mechanic did not get the job done last time. The battle priest seems like the right option, but I do not have a lot of strength. Maybe the archmage? I've got a lot of intelligence. I'm gonna try the archmage. Let's see what happens. I'm actually able to conjure a rain cloud that helps extinguish the fire. My efforts help greatly. And I managed to keep the ship in the air. Wait. And we reached the destination relatively okay. Uh-oh. I am one of the most devout people who made it off the Skyship, and the gods do not take this lightly. That's right. Faith represent. From the god Inkaguo? I don't know. I'm receiving something from the god of machines and metal. And I knew a bit about mechanics, so I'm able to help rebuild the Skyship. And I am rewarded handsomely for this. And now I am settling down in the city. I'm working in a temple, and that temple is thriving because Victoria knows what she's doing. And that's the end of the game. Once again. So I go through the credits this time. Game designed and programmed by Terra. Art by Cynthia Ernzen. PowerUpSuccess.wave by Gabriel Araujo, and Cartoon Being Low.wave by Cantooth, both from freesound.org. Pretty good website for getting free sounds. I've used it before. And a bunch of music from Incompetech.com, also a good website. I've used them for music before. Alright, so I think I'm gonna stop that here. That is All Aboard the Skyship. Looks like a game about tweaking stats and visiting different places and encountering random events and seeing how those random events play out with your stats. And then at the end of day 10, seeing if your stats kind of combine with what's going wrong and what you can do to try to save the ship. And it looks like there are probably a bunch of different endings depending on what stats you're really good with and whether the ship goes down in a fiery blaze of glory. So, again, All Aboard the Skyship, a game by Terra. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you go out and play this game.